What we'll talk about next is communicating with volunteers, which is one of the most important parts of being a volunteer manager. How we'll do this is we'll go through last year's timetable of the refugee ball plan. So what I've done is highlighted all our meetings or things which involve communication in blue to try and highlight how much communication needs to exist. So 13 weeks out from the event, we had a Skype meeting with all the volunteers, all the volunteer managers. The things we talk about is the venue update, raffle tickets, the urgency to find volunteers, marketing, and also the next meeting plan. And then what do we do? We confirmed interested volunteers. And then the week after, we had another Skype meeting. We talk about early bird specials, marketing, listing contacts, drafting invitations, and updating the website. We also had to meet up with Jorge, email starts, meeting with Foz. And then we had another big meeting with volunteers. I guess the purpose, what I'm trying to just emphasize is that we did have meetings or some kind of communication every week, which was either over the internet, such as Skype, or face to face. We try to have at least one face to face meeting every 2 weeks, if not with all the volunteers, at least with the managers. The more face to face time you have, the better things get communicated and coordinated. And it's usually more productive when you guys are in the same place. So next, contacting individual managers about what they need to do. So as the event coordinator, what I did was run about 6 to 10 managers, who under each of them had about 5 to 10 volunteers. And because I didn't have enough time to contact every volunteer individually, I would, however, contact my managers on a one-on-one basis. What we'll talk about in the next session is motivating volunteers. So a big part of that is the regular coaching and communicating. And then again, here we had another meeting face-to-face. We talk about the guest list, the sales status, and how getting donated prizes were. And this will probably be your agenda for the next few meetings. Every week, just updating the team on how sales are going, how many guests are coming, and what kind of items you have donated. At the time, I had to do a lot of these meetings over Skype as I was interstate. But if you should aim to have more face-to-face meetings. Other things that we'll go through is ongoing communication. So make sure you are emailing all your volunteers every week, just so volunteers know that you are at the top, you are being responsible and taking the lead. And what that does is it just keeps everyone in the loop, whether they're active or inactive. Just sending out a blanket email every week is just important to keep things going, keep reminding people that it's on. And without that, that bit of a kick and reminder every week, sometimes people can forget. And that's all with communication. But the next part where we talk about motivating, we actually go into a bit more detail on what to include in your coaching, in your emails and your meetings to make them as effective as possible.